Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I've been having a problem trying to get my flights to work on the jetliners. I've been able to track the routes on the small aircraft, all the prop aircraft, and also the Learjet. Once I get into the big airliners like the 787 and the Airbus, it seems to not be able to follow the FMS tracking that I've set up on it. In the past, it worked until the patch came for the Japan patch. Ever since then, I have been unable to fly the large jets because they just fall off of the track. I've simulated the system here so that it'll go through everything that I go through, and maybe somebody can tell me if I'm doing something wrong in it, or maybe they can fix up the problem if there is a problem with it. I just installed the patch, the 1.12.13.0 patch, just minutes ago, and now I'm at the point of this here. So what I've done is I've set up my IFR approach from taking off in Los Angeles to go to Denver. I've put all the waypoints in there, and I've got all the tracks all set up. So now I'm going to launch this here, and it should set me up on the runway for takeoff, where I will be able to put my altitude in, set up the autopilot, and be able to lock onto it, which is where I will have the problem. And I'm going to go through this with you guys to show you what I'm facing. If somebody might have an answer for me, that would be fantastic. I love the product here. It's been fantastic. Up to now, I'm just stuck with flying the small aircraft because the jet aircraft just doesn't follow the FMS tracking that I have set up. So once again, we are in the Boeing 787-10 Dreamliner, and it does the same thing on the Airbus. We're just waiting for this to load up here. Sorry for the inconvenience in the loading.
Los Angeles Tower UPWAY 2HI156.
Okay, here we are. So I will set it up, and we'll be on the runway. Then I'll be able to set up my. Okay, here we are.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 25 right.
Now when I'm a little bit raw at this, as I haven't been able to use it for a while here. So here it's telling us to climb to an altitude of 14,000 feet. So I'm going to go into turn on my flight director. I haven't flown this for a while, so I'll try and find everything again. Take that off of there. My flight director is on. Again, it told me to climb to 14,000 feet, so I'm going to set my altitude to 14,000 feet. Once at 14,000 feet, I am going to set my vertical speed to, let's say 2,000 feet per minute. Let's say 1,800 feet per minute. I've got my autopilot set up on a button here, so I can either trigger it with the button over here. Maybe I'll try that on takeoff to see what happens. Okay, so everything is all set up here. I do have my tracking all set. I can zoom out on. Get used to this here. Okay, there's our tracking. I wrote that. So it's all set up on the computer, ready to go. Flaps are down. So I'm going to do the takeoff here, and I'm going to set my autopilot on once we get into the air. Get our gear up and show you that it does not follow the track that is set on there. So just release the brakes here. We're going to throttle up. The ground roll here. Resetting the LNAV.
Los Angeles departure on
LNAV is on.
1282.
It's already starting to veer off course. Not working at all on there.
UPWAY 2HI15. Did you hear my last transmission?
It should be following the course. It is not following course. And it is just going to go into a right spiral dive. And then eventually the altitude is going to drop off and it'll start diving into the ground.
UPWAY 2HI15. Please acknowledge.
Will not lock on. Very depressing. If someone could help me figure out why it's not working, that would be fantastic. So I'm not able to fly the...
UPWAY 2HI15. Please acknowledge.
Try re-engaging it. Anyways, I'll stop it at this here. If somebody can help me out with this and give me some positive feedback on it, that would be great.
Clock 1200.
Thank you, everybody that's taking a look and trying to help me out with this. Have a Merry Christmas, everybody, in advance.